Find and do the work that you love. That seems to be the topic for the evening. Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Kampong Kid Life, where I talk about with all of you, coconuts, the universe, and everything else in between. So, let's see who's online tonight. Good evening, NhiLe. Tut Trong Min. Good evening. Kim Feng, Phúc Trần, Trong Lu, Ninh Nguyen. Good evening. Teng Yin, Duk Tân, Trần Lê Uyên Do. Good evening, everyone. So for those of you who've not met me before, I am Douglas Kampong Kid, and over the next 60 minutes, I am going to look at the first question or the first topic, which is finding and doing the work that you love, and possibly any other thing that might come up. Okay, and what I'm going to offer is not the absolute truth. Okay, it's not the way it is a perspective. It's a perspective. It's a point of view that I have that coming from my experience. Okay, and I hope that in whatever way that I can, with that perspective, with that point of view, give you an opportunity to take a look at how it can work for you or not. Okay, so you get to decide. So let's take a look. Let's get started. Find and do what you love. So I was just talking to the team earlier. Okay, find and do work that you love. Okay, what's the problem? What's the problem? Just go find it and do it. So what really is the problem? Okay, so let's break it down. Okay, so I was looking at it. Okay, so what really is the problem? Okay, so if it's about work, okay, work being value that we create. Okay, so I look at work. I look at work as something that I do, okay, to create value, and then I get compensated. Okay, so there's an exchange. Okay, there's an exchange that occurs as a result of the value that I create for someone else. Okay, so that's work. Okay, so what you love would be what I enjoy doing. Okay, naturally. Okay, what I would enjoy doing. And then, so if that's it, then go find and do it. Right. So what's the problem? Okay, what's the problem? Is the problem not knowing what you love? Okay, so is the problem not knowing what you love? Okay, or what work you love? Or is the problem you know what work you love? Okay, you know what you love and you know the type of work that you would love to do. So the problem may be finding it. Okay, so I know what I love to do, but where do I find this work? Or is the problem okay, so there's something that you love to do. Okay, you found an opportunity to do that work that you love to do. Okay, but you can't do it. How come? Why would you not be able to do the work that you love? Okay, it could be not having the necessary knowledge, skills, tools, or experience. So what's the problem? Because because for each of these scenarios, okay, for each of these cases, the answer is going to be different. Okay, my perspective is going to be different. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so let's take a look first. Okay, so the first thing is, in order to find the work that you love, you need to know what you love. Simple. Okay, simple. Okay, you need to know what you love. Okay, do you know what you love? If you don't know what you love, then how do you discover what you love? How do you discover that? Okay, do you meditate? What do I love? Tell me, universe. do you meditate? Do you what do you do? Okay, what do you do? Okay, do you ask people around, hey, what do I love? What do I love? Okay, do you ask your friends and family, tell me what I love? Okay, or I don't know, what do you do? Okay, what would you do? What would you do to discover what you love? NhiLe is disturbing me right now. Okay, yeah, you found. I don't know what you found. Okay. To me, the first and most important part in discovering or knowing or being absolutely clear about what I love is to first know who I am. Okay, is to first know who I am. How come? Because if I don't know who I am, I don't know what I stand for, I don't know what I am good at, I don't know how I am wired, I don't know what motivates me. Okay, then how do I know what I love? And then and how do you define something as something that you love? Okay, is this love a feeling? Oh, I adore this work. Okay, I feel so much for this, and that's why I love this job so much. Okay, is it that? Okay, to me it's not. Okay, to me it's not. Okay, being able to or being clear about what it is that I love. Okay, comes with awareness. Okay, awareness of first who I am. So I talked about that just now, right? First, who I am. So who am I, Douglas? Okay, so who I am. Who I am, okay, will determine what I can create. Okay, who I am will determine what I can create. I cannot create who I am not. Okay, I cannot create who I am not. And I go back to some of the live streams where I've talked about, you cannot give to someone else something that you don't have yourself. Okay, you cannot give away love if you don't understand love. Okay, you cannot love someone if you don't know what it means to love yourself. I cannot love someone if I don't know what it means to love myself. So it always starts with me. So it is inside out. So the key to discovering who I am is to have the language. Okay, is to have the language, the awareness, and clarity to be able to be totally honest and say that. And who I am is not Douglas Kampong Kid. Okay, who I am is not Douglas Kampong Kid. Who I am created Douglas Kampong Kid. So I take a look. Okay, so who I am. Who am I? Who I am. Who am I? I am simplicity. Okay, I like things to be simple. Okay, I like things to be basic. I like things to be not complicated. Okay, I like creating. I like nature. I like, okay, so these are things that is who I am. I am a futurist. Okay, I have the ability, okay, automatically you talk to me about anything, okay, I will think years ahead. Okay, I see connections. Okay, you talk to me about events happening. Okay, you talk to me about what's happening now, in the future or the past. I will link events. Okay, because of this event, okay, this happened. I link this event because of this happened. So this comes naturally to me. I know that. Okay, I am strategist. I am a strategist. You give me things. Okay, you give me things. Okay, goals. Okay, goals, objectives, whatever it is. Okay, I will tell you the different ways you can get there. Okay, so all this is how I am wired, and I know that. Okay, I am motivated. Okay, what am I motivated? When I do anything, what's my why? Okay, what's my why? Okay, my why is to not be just another person on this planet. Okay, I don't want to be a statistic. Okay, I don't want to be a statistic. I don't want to be just a number, just one of the population on this planet. I want to be able to, at the end of my life, look back and say that my life mattered, that I did something, okay, to make this time that I spent on this planet mean something. I enjoy deep conversations, okay, with a small group of people that I can be intimate with, okay, rather than be in a huge crowd and party and know everyone. Okay, I value how the universe gives us everything that we need. Okay, gives me everything that I need, and I know that I am not in need of anything because I have it. So that is a level of sufficiency. Okay, I don't need a lot of things. Okay, I have an idea of enoughness. So I'm describing. So this is who I am. This is who I am, and when I am very, very clear about who I am, that leads to the value that I can create. Okay, that leads to the type of environments that I enjoy being in. Okay, that leads to the type of value that I can create and who I want to create this value for. So it starts, who am I? Who am I? Okay, I am all that. Okay, I am all that, and all that shows up as this person called Douglas Kampong Kid. Okay, why Kampong Kid? I've talked about Kampong Kid before. Okay, but for those of you for the benefit of those of you who've not heard the story, okay, so Kampong is a Malay word for village. Okay, literally translated is village. But when we use Malaysians, okay, when Malaysians use the word Kampong, okay, it actually refers to home. Okay, when we say, there's a phrase that we use, okay, do it for like the Lunar New Year or special occasions and all that. Okay, when we say balik kampung, okay, it means returning home, okay, going home. Okay, and even though I'm 53, even though NhiLe calls me an old man, okay, to me, I am, to me, okay, I am still a kid, okay, I still like to have fun, I still play, okay. So Kampong Kid, okay, the kid who values, okay, simplicity of home. Okay, that's what Kampong Kid is. And Douglas is just how so Douglas is a reflection of how I want to be different, because Douglas is not a common name. Okay, so all that gets created from who I am. Okay, so Douglas Kampong Kid doesn't define me. My being defines Douglas Kampong Kid. And when I'm clear about this, what do I do? Okay, it gives me, it naturally leads me, okay, to the type of things, to the type of value that I create. Okay, which includes doing live streams like this. Though it took a very long time, okay, for me to actually do it. Thanks, Anne. So it starts there. Okay, it starts there. But even before YouTube, before doing all this live stream, which started a year ago, I got clear at Money and You, okay, that I keep talking about, okay, before Money and You and after my Money and You, that's my life. Okay, before Money and You, I was younger, stupid and naive, okay, thought that I knew what I thought I knew everything that I needed to know. At Money and You, I realized everything that I didn't know, and that I had to find out. And life has been different. Life has been different since 2008, the last 15 years, because I got clear. It is what the starting point is. And when I am clear of that, okay, when I'm clear of who I am, okay, the thing I tell people is this. The thing that I took away from Money and You is this idea called mastery. Because at Money and You, where I was challenged most, okay, was by this question, what are you a master of? And I couldn't answer that. I couldn't answer that because I could do a lot of things, but I wasn't a master of any. Okay, so I was a Douglas of all trades and master of none. And mastery is a reflection of commitment. Okay, mastery is a reflection of depth. Mastery is a reflection of what I bring as a person, my being, what I bring into this life that I need to fulfill, that I need to create. Okay, and mastery is about getting good, getting better. Okay, will I truly be 100% master? No, mastery is a process, okay, of getting better and better and better and better and better and better. Okay, and it's a process that's going to last my entire life. Mastery is about making mistakes, but more than that, being able to make corrections, okay, without beating myself up or beating other people up as well. So mastery is my conversation. Mastery is each of our conversation. All of us, okay, all of us are a master of something. Okay, all of us are already a master of something. What we need to do is to bring it out. Most people don't know that. Okay, mastery is not something you look out there and say, hey, I want to be like that. No, it's not. Mastery is acknowledging who I am, okay, and bringing this talent out, bringing this energy out to then create as value to give to someone else. So that's what mastery is. Okay, so each of us are already a master. So the thing I say is this. Okay, be the master that you already are. Be the master that you already are. And when you are that master, okay, when you finally, what does that mean? Okay, it means acknowledging. Okay, it means actually acknowledging and saying that, hey, I am a master of whatever it is that I am a master of. I am already the master. Now what I need to do is to develop the knowledge, acquire the knowledge, develop the skills, and get the tools to be able to magnify this mastery I already have. When I'm clear of my mastery, and all of us are significant, all of us are wired differently, all of us are gifted differently, okay, and all this we packaged. Okay, I package into this framework that I call the strengths quotient. Okay, to me, it is the first point of being able to understand ourselves as who we are. Okay, without worrying about what other people think of us, without worrying about other people's expectations. Okay, without worrying about measuring up, without worrying about having to compare, hey, I'm like that, that person is like that, and maybe I want to be more like that. No, you know, that person, that job is already taken. It's no point wanting to be like another person. Okay, so I say stop it. Be our job. To me, our job is simply in this lifetime to bring that mastery out and to be the best version of that mastery that we can be, that we can develop in this lifetime. And it's going to be a process. And it's going to take a lifetime. And as we do that, okay, the universe is going to give a lot of gifts. Okay, struggle, okay, the obstacles, challenges, and problems that will come up. But all designed to keep increasing our mastery. And when we are clear about mastery, our individual mastery, okay, the things that we would love to do also becomes very, very clear. It is already there. Actually, all the things that you can do, that you will love to do, are all already there. The first question is not what do I love. The first question to ask is, who am I? Okay, so that's the first part. That's the first part, to discover what you love. And I can talk about this for a long time. Okay, this is condensed version. Okay, so second part, how to find it. How to find it. When you are clear about who you are, when I am clear about who I am, I become clear of what I love. Right? The thing is this. Okay, all the work that can be done, all the value, okay, change the word to value. Okay, all the value that we can create, all the value that I can create is already there. Okay, it's already there. Okay, knowing the difficulty is not knowing that it's there. Not knowing that these opportunities are there. Most people don't recognize opportunities, even though it can come up to your face, okay, and they will look away as long as you're not clear. Okay, so there's a saying, right? If when the student is ready, the master will appear. When the student is clear, the opportunities will be seen. Okay, we don't see to believe. Okay, we believe first, then we see. Because as long as we don't believe, we will not see it. And what is this belief I'm talking about? Okay, the belief of my own mastery. So it's acknowledging. Okay, so it starts with, who am I? Okay, find that out. Okay, it is a question. It's a question that each of us owe to ourselves to be able to answer. Otherwise, we're going to live our lives not knowing. As long as you live, okay, otherwise we're going to live our lives, okay? If we don't know who we are, okay, you're going to live your life not knowing who you are. And then there'll be a lot of confusion, there'll be a lot of conflict, there'll be a lot of whatever it is, because who I am doesn't come from outside. Okay, outside there's a lot of noise. Okay, outside there's a lot of people confusing other people because they also don't know who they are. Okay, and when you know they say this is the blind leading the blind. Okay, when the people who don't know who they are ask other people who they are. Okay, and then everybody just confuses each other. Okay, so who am I, is a question that only I can ask myself. Who am I is a question that only you can ask yourself, and you owe it to yourself to find the answer. And when you do, the opportunities, the work, the value that you can create for whoever it is that you desire to create value for, coming from who you are, okay, will magically appear. Okay, I need a drink. Refer to the first question, how to come up with a profitable business idea. Know who you are. Know who you are and what you can and what value you can create. That's it. But to break it down a little bit, business idea, a dime a dozen. Okay, you throw a stone, you will hit a business idea. There are all sorts of business ideas. It's not about the business idea. Okay, it's not about the business idea. It's about what people want. Okay, it is about what people need. Okay, so the first thing. Okay, I think I talked about this. We talked about this, and I talked about this during the Ikigai Zone live stream on Tuesday. Okay, about business mistakes. Okay, my first business mistake was falling in love with my product. Okay. No, that was my second. Okay, my first business mistake was thinking that I know how to do business. Okay, anyway, one of my business mistakes was falling in love with my product. I can't remember which one it is. It's not about the business idea. It's not about the product. Okay, if I take the definition of a business idea as a product, okay, to create, or a service to create, it doesn't start from there. Okay, it starts from who you are. Okay, why does it start from who you are? Because there are lots and lots of opportunities. So I talked about this right just now. Okay, in the earlier question, when you're clear about who you are, when I'm clear about who I am, okay, then I become clear about what I love and the value that I can create. I become clear about my mastery. I become clear of the value that I can create for someone else. Okay, but it's not any value. Okay, it's my specific value. Okay, create for someone else. When does something become valuable to someone? When there's a problem that they need to solve. Okay, when they want to remove pain. Okay, or when they want to increase pleasure. Okay, it boils down to that. Okay, reduce pain or increase pleasure. That's it. Okay, but what is that? Okay, what is that and who is that? So when we are clear about what we love, okay, the opportunities will present themselves. And what are these opportunities? These are opportunities that are your opportunities, and only yours. Okay, based on who you are, what you love, and the value that you can create in your own unique way from your mastery. Okay, nobody else will be able to do it the way that you can do it. And that's what humans are, unique. Okay, each of us are so uniquely wired. Okay, it's written in our DNA. Okay, and that extends to everything that we are and everything that we do. Okay, and there's nobody else who will be able to compete with you or compare with you. Okay, so let's not talk about competition. Who will be able to compare with you in the way that you create value for someone else. Okay, when you are able to create value for someone else, solving whatever problem that they need solved in a way that only you can solve. Okay, with your experience. Okay, and where does experience come from? Okay, this is a conversation. This is the conversation that I have with a lot of people. Okay, your biggest value come from your biggest struggles. Your biggest value, the biggest value that you can create, come from the biggest challenges that you face in your life. Okay, how come? Because the biggest challenges that you face in your life have told you, okay, what you don't know. Again, that's why it's a challenge. If you know, there's no challenge. Okay, the universe has given you that gift so that you know what you don't know, and then you find out what you don't know, and then you solve that problem for yourself. What happens? Okay, the thing that you didn't know, now you know, and now you know how to solve in the way that only you can solve. So these struggles that people hate, okay, these struggles that people complain about, okay, you ask Anne, okay, these struggles, I say, are your greatest gifts. Say thank you, universe. Because when you overcome this, when you accept these gifts and you overcome them, they become your greatest assets. Now you have in your pocket something nobody else has. And then now you can take this and say that, hey, you know, I can help you solve that problem in a way that only I can help you solve that problem, coming from your experience. And that's why Bucky says this: your true life purpose may forever remain obscure to you. However, if you commit yourself to converting your experience to the highest advantage of others, you can safely assume that you're fulfilling your life's true purpose. The thing I say is this: you've already gone through the struggle and overcome the struggle. What are you going to do? Throw it away? Take it to your grave? Take it to the grave with you? What a waste! You put all the sweat, tears, and toil. Okay, all the difficulties you went through to overcome it. Okay, and you know people do that. Oh, it's so painful. I don't want to look at it again. It's past. I've moved past it. I don't want to look at it again. I don't want to revisit that event. I say that's such a waste. Okay, you already went through it. Okay, it's over. Okay, there's something you can do with it, and you want to throw it away. Then you take it to your grave with you. That's your greatest asset. That's your greatest asset because the universe has given it to you. Okay, then it is using that, okay, to create value for someone else. Okay, and when you are able to do that, okay, do you only do it once? No, you do it over and over and over and over again. Okay, with a group of people. Okay, for a group of people who needs that value. Okay, do you even have to create it? No, you've already done the creation. Okay, all you need to do now is convert that into value for someone else. So take a look. Okay, take a look at all those events, all those times in your life that you want to throw away, all those times in your life that you experience struggle and say, oh, it's so painful. I don't want to go back there again. Go back there again. Go back there again. Take a look. Okay, they are precious, 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 precious gifts. Okay, can anyone compare to you? Cannot. And if nobody else can compare to you, and if you're able to scale, okay, so here's another thing you need to go to Money and You for. I cannot talk about it here. Okay, if you're clear about the value that you can create, okay, for the people that you can create value for, this thing is called a niche. And when you discover that niche, okay, nobody else, okay, the nature of a niche is that you capture that market. Okay, which means that it's difficult for someone else, okay, to break in. Okay, and then you continue developing your mastery. Okay, over and over and over again. Okay, but getting better and better and better and better. Okay, and every time there's a struggle, every time there's a challenge, you just boom, bring it back in. Okay, the value gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, if that is not a profitable business opportunity, okay, I don't know what is. Okay, don't go and do things that anyone can do, because then you become like anyone else. Okay, and if you become like anyone else, okay, who needs you? Okay, you're totally replaceable. Starts with who am I? Then look at what struggle did I go through. Okay, what have I learned? How have I grown? How can I convert that into value for someone else? Did you lose your friends on your journey? I don't have friends, so I've got no friends to lose. Okay. Maybe I explain that a little bit more. Okay, growing up, I was a weirdo. I was a weird person. Okay, and all these questions. That I asked and nobody could answer, and I don't know. I just didn't get along with a lot of people my age, my peers. Okay, I wasn't interested in the things that they were doing. Okay, the whatever whatever in school. Okay, whatever they were doing. For me, I wanted something different. Okay, back then, do I know why? Charlie, sorry, Charlie is just Charlie, getting excited. So there was something more. So there was something more that I wanted from life. Okay, and that was not the thing that the people around me. Okay, my friends, my classmates, that was not the thing that they were. That was not the conversation that they had. Okay, it was playing, or I don't know what. I have. You ask me, I have no idea. Okay, I have no idea what went on because I didn't hang out a lot with the people my age. Okay, and I was also a troublemaker in class. Okay, whenever teachers say things, okay, I would say that I will raise my hands and ask questions, and the teacher sometimes cannot answer, and then I say, if you cannot answer, then who can answer? And sometimes they say don't ask so many questions, and I get very annoyed. Okay, when they say don't ask so many questions, just accept it. Okay, just learn this. Don't ask so many questions. So there were teachers, okay, so there were teachers like that, and there were also other teachers who welcome the questions I asked, okay, and so I spent a lot more time with some of the grown-up people. Okay, so when I was a kid, I spent some time with the grown-up people more than I spent time with the people around me, okay, my classmates and all that. So if you ask me, who my classmates, so I have no idea. I tell you who I went to school with. I have no idea. Okay, there are very, very few people. I don't actually remember school a lot. Okay, so you ask me, did I have a lot of friends? Not in that way. Okay, not in that way of having friends. Okay, I was in a lot of leadership positions, so I knew a lot of people. And we worked together, and that was primarily my relationship with people. Okay, and that was my school life. Okay, all the way to university. Are there people that I still keep in touch with from school up until university? Very, very few. Okay, and it's because I work with them, not because we went to school together. Coming out to work, it was the same thing. Okay, it was the same thing. So I don't tend to make a lot of friends. Okay, because I want to have all these conversations. Okay, I wanted to have all these conversations, and these people, the people that, not that it is wrong. Okay, not that it is wrong or right, that I was whatever, it was just different. Okay, it was just very, very different for me. And So I was the weirdo. Okay, I was the weird person. I was the weird person who never fit in. Okay, I was the weird person who didn't go out socially with people. I tried, attempted to, didn't enjoy it very much. Very meaningless. I mean, there was a stage. Okay, there was a stage in my life as well. I was going clubbing and all that, and after a while, it's like so meaningless. So meaningless. You go there, get drunk, spend a lot of money, and then after that, you forget what happened. so from that perspective, I don't have a lot of friends. Okay, not in the sense of people that I talk to on a regular basis. Okay, in what I imagine to be a friend way, Okay, I don't get it. I really don't. Okay, so that changed for me and Money and You when I found a group of people. That, wow, okay, this group of people are people I can have these conversations with, okay, about playing a different game, about creating value, about doing something different and all that. So I found a group of people, but still I can't call them my friends. They are people I can have conversations with. Okay, so I can't call them my friends. So there's nothing to leave. There's nothing to leave to leave behind on this journey, because I was just passing through. So the only thing I can say right now is I'm 53, right? I'm 53, and I look back at my life, the last 5 decades. Okay, are there a lot of people who have become my friends that I've left behind? No, I've left everyone behind. I left. Sorry, excuse me. I've left everyone behind, but they were not my friends. I left everyone behind because they were not my friends, because it was just different. So it was only in the last 10 years or so, okay, that some of the people that I met from Money and You, okay, so around me, okay, the people that I hang out with right now are all Money and You graduates, because we speak the same language. Okay, we speak the same language. We can relate to each other. Okay, but it's also not everyone. Okay, because we all have different concerns. We all have different desires. We all go create different things. Okay, so so besides my partner, everyone else that I continue to hang out with are Money and You graduates. Okay, my 2 business partners, Simon and Chunho, I met. Okay, Chunho, I knew for very well. Okay, one of the rare people. Okay, one of the rare people that I could have these conversations with, and I knew him for a very long time before he eventually went to Money and You. Okay, so now I'm recording one of the very, very rare people. Okay, because at that point we already could have these conversations. Okay, so the few I can count the few people in my life, okay, whom I can consider close enough to be my friends. And then last year happened, okay, 2019, and then 2019 happened, and 2019, okay, was when and went to Money and You, and then after that she was so annoying, She asked so many questions, and I asked so many questions back at her. So that's why this love-hate relationship that we have. Okay, and so I kept in and out of touch with Anne until beginning of last year, when she came and said, "Hey, old man, you better do this before you die." And that's when we I guess reestablish our engagement. Okay, she also at that point in time, okay, she attended. Okay, so she attended Money and You strength quotient, crack your strength quotient, and all that, and she was doing something. And up until then, okay, she was someone who was progressing a lot, and I could see that. Okay, but in the last year of working with her, okay, and getting to know her more intimately, I can say that I will call her a friend, okay, even though we have this love-hate relationship, because of the alignment that we have, okay, because of the things that I understand she wants to do, and the things that she understands also that I want to do, and that's, to me, the definition of friendship. Okay, so my friends, okay, truly my friends, I've never left behind. Are there a lot of people that I've left behind? Yes, I have. Because we are just not aligned. We are at different stages of our lives. We have different desires of what we want to create in our life. And so there was no reason to stay connected. Okay, so did I lose friends on my journey? No, I didn't. Okay, the people who stayed eventually became my friends. Okay, the people who stayed, okay, the people who continued the journey with me eventually became my friends. Okay, and we are still traveling together. Okay, the people, okay, who disconnected, okay, weren't really my friends in the first place. They were people I knew. Okay, so I'm not saying this, okay, I'm not saying this from ego or arrogance. It is not right or wrong, not good or bad, okay, it's just the connections don't work. The connections don't work, okay, we're concerned about different things. We have different aspirations, dreams, and goals in our life, and different ways of getting there. Okay, so now everyone, okay, that I engage with mostly are many graduates or people who've done our program, the Strengths Quotient program. And then as we get to know each other better, the friendships develop. And in the last 1 year as well, I will also say, okay, the group of people, the team that I've met in from Vietnam, okay, are also increasingly becoming people that I'm close to. Okay, that because of what we want to do, okay, of what we want to do, of the value that we want to create, okay, not always the same, okay, but what I will call companions, being companions on the journey. Okay, so there was no pain. there was no pain from that losing people because it was just moving on. Okay, but even then, if I say moving forward, okay, in this journey in life, okay, there will be people who will come and go. Some people are in our lives for a reason. Okay, and when that reason is fulfilled, we part ways. Some people are in our lives for a period of time because there's something that we need to do for each other. Okay, and that may also come to an end, and then we bid each other goodbye and say that, hey, wow, that journey was amazing. Now it's time for us to travel our own journey. There are some people, I believe we will travel this journey with for a very, very long time. And so to me, for as long as we are together on that journey, okay, it's being grateful, it's being very, very grateful, and enjoying that journey together and learning from each other and challenging each other, creating value for each other, okay, looking out for each other, and to me, that's the joy of the journey. Okay, that there may come a point in our lives where we may need to go our own way. And then to me it's saying thank you. It was an amazing journey. Okay, and now it's time for us to go our own way. Okay, will that be sad? Yeah, of course it will be sad. Okay, but it's the thing. It is something that each of us need to do for ourselves in our lives. Okay, and it's not about hanging on. What we create are memories of the experiences. That's what we take, and that's what we keep. So that's how I see this, and we come into this life, and everyone around us, everyone around me, okay, is in my life for a reason. There's something that I need to learn. There's something that they need to learn. Okay, so there's a purpose. There's a time for everything, and it is always perfect. Okay, it is always perfect. Okay, and I think I've also talked about this before. The people who oppose me, right? The people who oppose me are not my enemies. Okay, the people who oppose me are not my enemies. Why? Because the people who oppose me, okay, tell me something that I don't know, show me a perspective that I don't have. Okay, and then our reality box expand. Okay, so it is always perfect. It is always perfect, and to me, it is valuing the relationship now. You know, there's something that people say. You know, you give flowers. Okay, when somebody dies, right? When somebody dies at a funeral, you send all the flowers. You know, all the people you've not been in contact that have not been in contact. Send all the flowers, but the person is already dead. Why you send flowers? The person cannot see. So if you want to send flowers, send a flower to the person that you want to send flowers to when the person is still alive. You can talk to the person. People say, "Oh, the person is dead," and I wish I talked. No, do it now. Okay, do it now when we can. Nothing is permanent. At some point, things will end. And then treasure the memories from the experiences. That's the only thing that we will create. And then say thank you. Because each of us have our purpose to fulfill, each of us have our lives to lead, and it's no point hanging on and saying that, hey, let's continue some more. If we can't continue anymore, then we can't continue anymore. There's nothing sad about that. We then give blessings to the person. Okay, I wish you the best. Okay, whatever it is for you to fulfill your heart's deepest desires. Maybe sometime in the future, our paths may cross again. And when they do, okay, I will embrace you with a hug. Okay, I will be glad for whatever amount of time that we will continue to spend together. I will be grateful. But when it's time for us to part ways again, we part with the lightness of heart and deepest gratitude of the time that we've spent together. So that's my philosophy. Okay, that's my philosophy. So friends will stay. Okay, the people I've left behind were not my friends. I'm not attached, and be grateful for the journey. You need to go to our you need to attend our strength quotient program. Because I look at the question, okay, the context is already off. Okay, you don't balance. It's not a skill. Okay, in any case, DISC does not describe your skills. Okay, DISC does not describe your skills. DISC is behavioral styles. Okay, what's a behavioral style? Okay, behavioral styles are the clothes that we wear. Okay, if I, Douglas Kampong Kid, is the behavior. Okay, earlier I talked about this mastery, right? So I am the behavior. How come I am the behavior? Because I'm wired that way. So because I'm wired that way, I behave a certain way. So that's who I am. My behavior automatically naked. Forgive the imagery. Okay, so when I am naked, I am the behavior. Okay, now this behavior, depending on the context. Okay, what is context? The environments that I'm in, the people I'm interacting with and engaging, the problems that I'm solving, or whatever else it is, something that I am doing. Okay, I may put on some clothes. So if Douglas Kampong Kid goes to a party, okay, I may dress a certain way. Okay, if Douglas Kampong Kid is sitting here doing a live stream, then I will dress in a certain way. I wear a certain style of clothes. DISC describes this style of clothes that I wear, okay, in any situation that I get myself into. Okay, that's what DISC is. It is not a skill. Now, the second part of that is, whilst DISC, okay, describes the style, okay, and all of us have all elements of D, I, S, and C. Okay, and for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, D stands for dominance. Okay, I stands for influence, S stands for steadiness, and C stands for compliance. Okay, they're just 4 words. They're just 4 words describing 4 behavioral styles. It's like formal wear, sports wear, evening wear, and swimwear. Okay, so they're just describing different styles. Okay, and even then, okay, if we talk about evening wear, that we may my style of evening wear and your style of evening wear may also not be the same. Okay, but it falls into the category of evening wear. Okay, so this DIC describes that. Okay, now when we look at and DISC is adaptable. That means we can change. We can change our style. If I can wear black today, and then I realize that one day it doesn't work for me anymore, I can change to pink or red or purple or blue. I can change my style. So DISC describes adaptable behavioral style, and that can change. I think this is confusing the hell out of you. Okay, so anyway, understanding how I dress. Okay, understanding how I dress, okay, gives me an idea of how I will engage, who I will attract, who I will not, okay, and everything else in between. Okay, when I go to an evening event, okay, I dress in a certain way that some people whose attention I'm going to catch is going to work in some engaged people that I talk to. It may not work with other people that I talk to. Okay, I go to different evening events. Okay, if I want my so it's called power dressing, right? Okay, if I want the way I dress to work for me, then I will dress the way that will work for that event. If I go for a gala event or just an informal dinner or a party, okay, in the evening, I might dress differently in a way that works for me. Okay, but I might have certain preferences. Okay, I might have certain preferences in how I dress. Okay, and that's the dressing. Now, each of us also have, of the D, I, S, and C, okay, one of these is what I call the dominant behavioral style. Okay, and our dominant behavioral style, okay, which is ranked high, okay, and and I don't mean it from a good or bad perspective. It's just we are inclined that way towards one of the D, I, S, or C, and our dominant behavioral style. What does the dominant behavioral style say about who we are? Okay, it reveals fears, emotions, and concerns. Okay, it reveals to me what I fear, what I'm concerned about, okay, and what my emotional state is. Okay, simply by knowing if my dominant style is D, I, S, or C. So not only is DISC adaptable behavioral style, it is observable, adaptable behavioral style. That means we can see. If I can see a certain behavior, somebody who tends to be focused on solving problems, very high pace, very high speed, okay, focus on solving problems, not too concerned about the people. Okay, this person may show up. I can see, okay, this person, I might say that, hey, dominant behavioral style is a high D person. If I see someone who's very, very friendly, okay, very, very people focused and very, very friendly, talk a lot and very, very sociable, then this person, okay, may have dominant behavioral style is high I. Okay, and so on for the S person, okay, is people focused but tend to be on the quieter side, and then the C's, okay, are task focused, okay, who also tend to be on the quieter side, slow paced. Okay, so I will be able to observe, and when I'm able to observe someone that way, okay, it also gives me clues to fears, concerns, and emotions. So the high D person, I can talk about this forever. I'll just talk about the high D person, okay, or maybe I talk about the I and the C. Okay, the I person, is concerned about people. Okay, they love people. Okay, they love to be with people. They love for people to love them. And if that's their focus, then what do they fear? They fear not having social acceptance. They fear being alone. Okay, and for someone to be with people so much, okay, what's their emotional state? They tend to be very trusting. Okay, they tend to be very trusting, and sometimes being trusting, okay, they get hurt. Okay, so this reveals that about the person, okay, based on what I can observe as high I. Okay. And when I know someone, okay, when I'm able to observe that of someone, okay, I can give that person what that person needs. Okay, we always give to people what they need, not what we think they need. Okay, so I talked about this before. I think I talked about this before somewhere. That's the golden rule. The golden rule states that do unto others. Okay, do unto others as you want others to do unto you. That means give people what you want people to give to you. Okay, but that's limited. Okay, because the thing is, if you give to people what you want people to give to you, you're assuming that other people are like you, but that's not true. That's not true. Each of us are unique. Okay, I might want something, and if I want something, that's the thing that I want people to give to me. And I think that because I want that thing, then I give to someone that thing that I want people to give to me. That person may not want that thing that I want. Okay, that it fails. Okay, so we have this thing called the platinum rule. The platinum rule states this: do unto others as they want to be done unto them. What does that mean? Give to people what they want. Give to people what they want, not what you think they want. But how do you know what they want? By understanding who they are. How do you understand who they are? Okay, at the first level, by being able to observe how they dress, their behavioral style, it gives us ideas. Okay, so DISC, by being that, gives us an idea. Okay, if this person is high I, they have certain needs. If this person is high D, they have certain needs. If this person is high C, certain needs. High S, certain needs. Give them what they need. Okay, and at the same time, if I'm high D, I, S, or C, there's something that I need. Then if I know what I need, then I need to honor my need and give myself what I need. Or at least if I want something from someone, okay, then I tell them what I need. Okay, we don't play mind games. Okay, we cannot reach each other's minds. Okay, and I know very often for a lot of couples, okay, when they give each other things, okay, then they active this passive aggressive behavior, like birthday gift, right? What do you want for your birthday? You should know because you're my lover. How do I know? How do I know if you don't tell me? Am I supposed to read your mind? Okay, and then we go to create drama, right? So being able to stop playing these mind games. If you want something, if you need something, say what you need. Otherwise, don't expect people to read your mind. Okay, but DISC comes in between, that gives us clues. That gives us clues about what people need. Okay, the high D's need, okay, is to solve problems. The high I's need is to have social approval. The high S need is to have stability. The high C's need is to have a lot of detail. That's what they need. Give them what they need, and then they will love you back in return. Okay, but it opens up all these conversations. Okay, because the thing is being able to recognize, number one, and then acknowledge. Okay, recognize and then acknowledge. I see you. I see you. Okay, that's when great connections are formed. When people understand each other, when people know that we are different, and still be able to connect despite the differences. Okay, so it's not balancing the skills or not, because they're not skills in the first place. Okay, they are how we dress. Okay, there's no balance or not. It is what works, what doesn't work. Okay, what works for me may not work for you. Okay, but when you have the awareness, when you have the understanding of how this works, okay, then you can make it work for you. Come attend the strength quotient program. Okay, we go a lot deeper. Okay, and that's time. Thank you for the questions. Okay, thank you for the questions this evening. Thank you for always again, okay, expanding my reality box. Thank you for teaching me. Okay, I'm very, very grateful. Thank you for teaching me, for asking these questions and challenging me to respond in a way to dig out all these things. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your 60 minutes. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see all of you next week. Kampong Kilau.